Hello everyone and welcome back to another virtual Ag in the Classroom lesson. I'm so excited to present this lesson, Weather, to you. Our intern Paige developed this lesson to help you understand how weather impacts agriculture and how the farmers move from season to season with the changes of the weather. Now, farmers really pay close attention to the type of weather that is in the forecast. That's because they are growing plants outside and raising animals in the elements of weather. So weather is going to play a large role in how the farmers care for those plants and animals on their farm. We have a fun story for you to watch with a read aloud video called Farming. This book walks through the different seasons you will see on a farm and how the different tasks on a farm change from season to season. Farmers prepare for the different types of weather that they will see in each season to help care for their plants and animals. Farmers pay close attention to the weather forecast to know what's coming up ahead in the weather and how they will have to care for the plants that they are growing and raising the animals. So if you have not read that story or watched that read aloud video, I would like you to pause this video and go do that now. Once you've done that, you can come back and resume play. What did you see in the different seasons? How were they different? What were some of the different things that the farmers did from season to season? You can brainstorm as a class, and also as a class, talk about some of the different types of weather and patterns that we can see. We have sunshine, wind, rain, snow, cloudy, hail, sleet, tornadoes, hurricanes. These are all different types of weather patterns that we can see. And some of those, a variety of those, can be found right here in Iowa. Today when I look out my window, it is cloudy. It's also a little chilly outside. It's close to springtime, and pretty soon we might have April showers that bring May flowers. So each season here in Iowa, we get a new weather pattern, and with new temperatures, we also see a difference in the type of weather that appears more often. Sometimes we get more sunshine, sometimes it's more cloudy. We oftentimes get fog if there's lots of moisture in the air. Tornadoes happen more certain times of the year. Snow happens in the winter. So we have a variety of different types of weather that happen here in Iowa. Now, how does this impact agriculture? Well, you have a infographic in your kit or available online that you can project on the large screen to show the students. But here are 4 different types of weather that you might see and how they impact agriculture and farming. So the first one is rain. How do you think rain impacts agriculture? Well, plants need water to grow. Rain is important for helping the plants grow, but too much rain can cause the soil to wash away, and also the plant may mold or die. So we want just the perfect amount of water. Sunlight. The sun is also needed to help plants and crops. Plants produce food from the help of the sun through photosynthesis. But if we get too much sun and it's too hot or too dry, then the plants will wilt. So we want sunlight to help make food, but we don't want too much heat or too much sun where the plants are going to wilt. Wind. Now, we saw a huge wind and rainstorm this past year with the derecho. So why does wind impact farming? Well, wind helps the plants capture food and nutrients, but wind also improves the stem strength. So a plant will get stronger if there's wind blowing it around, because that stem has to stand strong against the wind. But too much wind can damage the plants. Just like we saw in the derecho, the wind came through and just knocked those plants down, and the stems either bent or they broke off at the base. So too much wind is not good because it can knock plants over. Storms. High winds can break or damage crops. Hail can reduce the nutrients or destroy them, and too much rain can lead to soil loss or crop damage. So also if we have too much rain and we have big thunderstorms that maybe have hail with them too, we can see hail damage with the plants. So storms are not always good. But lightning helps to increase the soil nutrients by helping to increase the amount of available nitrogen, which is a plant food, in the soil, which is really cool. Also, that rain is really good for the soil. So we just don't want too many storms or too much of an intense storm. So too much rain or hail or wind. So weather is good and bad depending on how much weather patterns we are getting, and maybe how the forecast is looking as a whole. So if we have rain on one day, but then we have sun, that's usually pretty good, because then the rain provided that water for the plants, and then the sun was there to help dry out the soil so it doesn't get too wet. Or if we have a really sunny day, and then there's a little bit of a breeze that's helping to build up that stem strength, that's also good for the plant. So there are weather patterns that the farmers, they really watch the forecast to see how the weather is going to be impacting the plants and animals. Okay, so today we have a fun demonstration to show you, looking at how rain falls through a cloud. So I'm going to show that to you now. For this demonstration, you will need a clear cup, some food coloring, and some shaving cream. So I'm going to add just some shaving cream to my cups. Shake it up real good. Then I'm going to add some food coloring. And we're going to watch it rain. You can see the food coloring is dropping through the clouds of shaving cream. That green one's working really well. The red one and the blue one have not started to work quite yet. Oh, the red one's starting to come now. Let's see if the blue one will work. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of how rain falls through the clouds. So what happens with the clouds is that there's a lot of moisture in the air, and those clouds fill up with that moisture, that precipitation, and when the cloud gets too heavy, that rain starts to fall through. And so that cloud is made up of gas, and so when that moisture is in that the air, then it starts to build up and it gets too heavy, and then that's when the rain start to come through the clouds. So this was just a fun demonstration showing some food coloring through our clouds of foam. I hope you enjoyed learning about weather. We do have a weather forecast tracker that Paige made that's super fun here to track the weather patterns for the next week. So this here we have an example for Sunday, which was 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday was cloudy and it sprinkled in the morning. So draw a picture of the type of weather you see outside your window and write a short description what is happening outside. And then you can discuss this together as a class to see what kind of weather you had that week and how it might have impacted farmers. Thank you everyone for participating. As always, if you take pictures, I would love to see them. Let us know how you enjoyed the activities. I can't wait to see you virtually next month.